What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel. I am Lonnie from Flight Sim Gaming. As we continue our way out to the eastern part of the United States, we continue this journey down in Salt Lake. We're headed out to Oklahoma City. It's a rear-wheel flight flown by SkyWest with Delta in the E175. I believe today's flight time is going to be about 1 hour and 54 minutes time, so a little longer than usual, a little bit longer than some of the other flights that we've been doing. It's early morning here in Salt Lake. It's about 6:30 a.m. about 7 a.m. if I'm not mistaken. It's not local time. As I record this this flight, it's a little early locally where I am. So with this city being 2 hours back, I had to adjust the time. I wanted to get some daylight in here. This way we're not departing in the dark. But anyways, got GSX doing GSX things. The scenery we got down in Oakland is actually really, sorry, not in Oakland, in Oklahoma is actually really nice. It's done by Anybuilds. Anybuilds Oklahoma City. And surprisingly enough, the performance is fantastic. You know, it's not like San Antonio, it's not like LA or New York. I was getting in the high 70s with it, so shouldn't experience any issues. Now, if only they could just take, however they built that airport, just utilize, those tools to do the other ones. There's no reason why, we struggled in San Antonio, you know what I mean? But anyways, beautiful airport. But let's jump inside the cockpit. Let's get this aircraft up in the air. I don't want to be on the ground too long. We're not on VATSIM. There's no VATSIM at the moment at the time of this recording. And like I said, it's a little early. So, we're not flying on the network, and from time to time we'll go back and forth between flying on the network and not flying on the network. So go over to the departure tab here. Runway, we are expecting 16 left. Conditions are dry. Let's go ahead and sync the weather. The winds are 160 at 15 at the moment. Calculate, and we'll instantly load. Send this over to the MiCDU. And we have our zero fuel weight here. Everything's in pounds, if I'm not mistaken. 65,000 pounds. We got takeoff fuel, 11,000 pounds. So I don't know what is that. That's probably about 6,000 kilograms or so. Something like that. Anyways, we'll continue up here. Plug in some radio frequencies here. We'll pick squawk 3882. I don't know if I can squawk 3882. Invalid, so we'll just go 1587. Invalid entry. There we go. 1526. We're gonna squawk. Come over to the route tab here. Destination. So the departing airport is Salt Lake City, and we're headed over to Oklahoma City. KOKC. Today we're at SkyWest 3882. We're with Delta operating on behalf of SkyWest. Go ahead and plug that in the flight ID. Double click there, no reason for that. Come over to the send tab here. It'll send off our flight plan, and then we'll go ahead and apply that from SimBrief. Taking a little bit of time. It's a little bit of a longer flight plan. I'm going to make sure prior to departure all of our flight plans are looking good. Come over to the departure tab here. 16 left on the rugged 3 RNAV departure. And I believe transition is going to be, is it Meeker? Yes, it's going to be Meeker. We'll apply. Down in Oklahoma City, we are expecting the 17 right approach. ILS 17 right approach. And let's get myself set up here. So we got to look at which waypoint we're going to take it from. Film, we can take it from. It's nice and out there. It's probably about 12 miles from the actual ground. That's fine. We're on the Camet 3 arrival. On the Rolls Trans. Go ahead and apply that. Fantastic. Let's continue to set up the aircraft here. Come over to the flight plan tab. Perf in it. We'll plug in some SimBrief information. Taxi fuel 163. It's always the same. It's always 163. Plug that in there. Fantastic. We are cruising up today. Flight level 330. The average winds 258 at 25. Zero fuel weight 65,067 pounds. That's all looking good. CG 20.5. 20.8. Relatively the same. Takeoff data set we're going to go to. We are derating as it takeoff 1. And we're doing the flex. ECS is on. Flex, we'll keep flex off. Temperature is going to be... It's 21 degrees. Make sure we plug that. The winds are 160 at 16, gusting 23 right now, so this is going to be fucking spicy. Takeoff in at page here. Let's go over to page number 1. And runway heading off of 16 left is 164. The winds are 160 at 16. We'll plug that in. Runway conditions dry. Beautiful. Come over to page 2. Flaps 2 departure. We got our CG 21 degrees. Flex 2 is going to be off. It's takeoff mode 1 with the attics on. Come over to the takeoff tab here and we'll plug in our V speeds 34, 38, 43, 94. 34, 38, 43, 94. Beautiful. Come up to the climb tab here. We want transition 18 thou. Same with the descent. 18 thou. Beauty. Before I set up the rest of the aircraft, I'm going to have a look at my waypoints here. I don't want to have any issues on our departure. We'll pull up our departure in a moment. I'll brief you on the departure. It's pretty quick on out. We're going to make a right turn, looks like 280, and then we're going to go direct above. We're going to be above 11,000 feet, and then we'll just follow the waypoints on out. Initial top altitude is 23,000 feet, so let me just make sure all of this is correct. So we're going Bubby, Rugid, Upjar, Borzy, Meeker. And then Kilo 45 Yankee. Kilo 45 Yankee, and then we're going to go rolls. So basically we're going to be on the arrival, rolls, scuff, Camid, docks. And it's like looks like we're going to Roja. I gotta find Roja here. So it didn't. Oh, there we go. Docks, Roja, and then pretty much the arrival in. Very simple. Let me just. That stuff looks pretty good if you ask me. Beautiful. Auto brake set over to RTO. Let's go ahead and we'll clear some of this stuff here. Vertical proof is going to be on. TCAS, we'll throw that bad boy on as well. Flight director's coming on. Auto throttle. I don't know if this is a procedure that we would be doing anymore. Let's go 180 on the speed. $23,000 top alt. Salt Lake City QNH 3010 is in, and we got to go 164 on that heading. $164, we got speed 180, 164 on the heading, 23,000 feet, QNH 3010. Disregard this. I don't know why it says that, but what we can do is we can open up Navigraph. I can kind of show you the departure coming out of Salt Lake. So as you can see, We're going to climb right turn on a heading between 280 clockwise, 340 from departure, end of runway as assigned by ATC. Basically what that means is we're going to depart. We're going to go gear up, and then we'll start sinking our heading 280. We're going to fly on a 280 heading, and then we're going to intercept Bubby and get back on course. Transalt's 18,000, top out's flight level 230. The winds are 160 at 16, gusting 23. A few clouds at 12,000. It's 21 degrees. Altimeter 3010. And that's sort of all we need to know here. Let's come back up top here. Let's finish doing some things up here. Let's get our APU going. Sun's coming up here in Salt Lake. This is nice. And don't forget, ladies and gents, if you're enjoying the content, smash down that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate that. Looks like a lot of you want to see some of the Flight Sim Studio content, which I'm down to do. I love flying this aircraft. We got 2 more flights after this one. From OKC, we're headed up to Chicago with United, and then we're going to Ottawa. That is the plan. We also got the Phoenix A321, A319 expansion pack coming next week. You guys know I'm grabbing that. So we're gonna be back in the Airbus. We're gonna be doing some flights, definitely in the A319 in the baby bus. A lot of Air Canada Rouge ops you can do. A lot of Caribbean flights. And the A321 is a must. Definitely going to be flying it. No questions asked, ladies and gents. Beacon light coming on. Electric pump coming on. Prepare for push. Absolutely going to be flying that the A321 and the A319. We don't do many Caribbean ops on the channel. It's been a while, you know. It's been a while, so definitely I'm thinking we're going to showcase some airports.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Probably going to do some Air Canada ops with it. I like to, you know, start off with some Canadian flights. We could do Toronto to Montego Bay in the A321. We could fly with Air Canada Rouge pretty much anywhere in the Caribbean.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin.
Don't forget to set your trim, ladies and gents. There we go.
Locking gear.
We're gonna go quick edit pushback, and let's we're at stand 823, sorry, 830. That's where the real world aircraft last departed from. So let's go ahead. Let's get us spun around here. You can hear that wind, ladies and gents. This is not going to be ideal.
Exiting from editing mode. Please
Release parking brakes.
Parking brakes coming off.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
And we'll just go ahead and start up engine number 2, just because. I apologize for a botched departure. Just gonna pre-warn everybody right now. Keep your seatbelts on, please. Engine number 1.
We now ask for your full attention as the cabin crew demonstrating the safety features of this aircraft. Please do not use headphones during the demonstration. This aircraft is equipped with 4 main emergency exits, each of them marked with a red exit sign. 2 at the front of the cabin, 2 at the rear of the cabin. There are also 2 emergency exits to the wings of the plane in the middle of the plane. Please take a few moments now to locate the nearest exit. In some cases, the nearest exit may be behind you. If you need to evacuate the plane, full level lighting will guide you towards the exit. Unlocking gear.
Two perfectly good engines. Let's come up top here.
Tow truck
Kill that APU. Taxi lights coming on.
Left is clear, right is clear.
Don't know why logo lights were on.
Then pass the straps around the waist and adjust them at the front. To inflate the vest, pull the red string firmly only when exiting the plane. To refill the vest, blow into the mouthpiece. Before departure, please read the safety cards, fasten your seat belts, hold the armrests, and open the windows. For your safety and comfort, we recommend that you keep your seat belts on throughout the flight. From now on...
Beauty. Open up Navigraph again. We're going to wait for our clearance here. Let's look at our departure. Sorry, our taxi routing. So 16 left. Let me just confirm it's 16 left. It is 16 left. All right. 16 left is up here. We're sitting here. We're at the Concourse A. We're going to taxi. Looks like we'll just taxi hotel. To Hotel 12. Very straightforward. Get rid of Navigraph there. APU shutting down. Parker brake coming off. Ladies and gents.
Takeoff, okay.
Let's get on out of here. You can see that sun coming in. The clouds are moving. That's pretty cool. Still got no flight director. I'm not sure why. There we go. And auto throttle. Beauty. Beautiful airport as well, ladies and gents. This hotel will go ahead and make a left onto hotel. Cleared right, cleared left. Nice little Delta terminal out there with the doors open. Got the American flag on the left there. Great performance here as well, ladies and gents. 80 FPS. Couldn't ask for anything better. Let's make sure we're not going too fast. We're doing 21 knots right now. Down the taxiway. We can go ahead slower up. We're looking for, what did I say, Hotel 12. Hotel 12, we can depart. Yeah, there we go. So on departure, gear up to about 1,000 feet. Going right turn 280. And then direct Bubby. Then on out on our departure there. We're going to top out to 23,000 feet. We'll probably sink it up to 33,000. We'll add the extra 10,000 feet. Hotel 11. You can see that windsock blowing. Typically when you see the last little nip of that windsock up and horizontal like that, generally that means the winds, I think, are going about 15 knots, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that. But there's different levels of this windsock. This last one, it being up, it means the winds are about 15 knots. Or 10 knots, I don't remember exactly. Here's Hotel 12 for 16 left. Come up top, strobe lights, logo lights, inspection lights. Get all of our landing lights on. Let's get on the runway, shall we? Beauty. Throttle's going up. 40%. Enjoy the departure, ladies and gents. Toga. We don't have any auto throttle. There we go. I knew it would cut off. Oh, we're fucked.
80 knots.
80 knots checked. Get her up. Positive rate of climb. Gear going up. Okay, watch how sketchy this is going to be. With the throttles, I got to pull them back. Flight level change. Heading mode. There we go. We got the speed in. Let's go. 280 on the heading. Flaps 1. Full flaps up. .230, we're gonna go 250 on the speed. Beauty. And there we go, we'll straighten the aircraft back out. And let's go autopilot mode, bring you back up top. So there we go, we lost auto throttle there. For a second. I knew it was going to happen, so we're going to go, we're going to stay in heading mode. Heading 310. We're in level change. Auto throttle is kicked on. We're looking good. Beautiful, ladies and gents. Beautiful departure on out. Plug in 33,000 feet. .290 on the speed. Come upstairs. Logo lights, landing lights coming off. Fantastic, ladies and gents. Fantastic. Down to the flight plan here. We're going to go direct Bubby and we're going to go into nav mode and we'll flip it off one more time. Beauty. I always like to continue the direct too, just because you can see that we're kind of off course there. So I keep playing with it just to make for a smooth sort of turn. Beauty. See the airport off to our right wing there. That's pretty cool, right? That's pretty cool. All right, ladies and gents, coming up on 17,000 feet. Let me fly the aircraft up to 33,000 feet, and I'll catch y'all on the arrival into OKC. Enjoy the rest of the video. I'll catch y'all in a bit. What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the video. We are on the descent into OKC, descending on the Camet 3 RNAV arrival with the Rolls transition. We'll put up Navigraph, kind of have a look at what we're doing. We're just passing 28,000 feet currently, and we started our top of descent at about 87 miles out. So we are going down to 4,000 feet. That's where we need to be at the localizer to capture the glide slope at Roja 4,000 feet. Not exactly sure what the aircraft is currently doing, but all is good. Anyways, back up to the plan here. So from Rolls, we got 53 miles, so we got to hit Scuff, and we got to be between 17,000 and 12,000 feet. We're going to be at a max speed of 280. And from there, we'll continue on our path. We're going to hit docks. We're not going to hit flat from docks. I believe it's going to be a direct to towards Roja, where we're going to cap the glide slope, get us down on the ground. The winds right now are 190 at 10. Temperature 28 degrees, altimeter 2999, and this is sort of what the approach looks like. Final approach course is 176. We have our frequency here of 110.7. Minimum's 1482. Coming into beautiful state of Oklahoma here. I'm going to go make sure that all my landing in it information is correct. It has updated, so the winds and the temperature have updated since I just put this in a couple minutes ago. 28 degrees on there, and the winds are 190 at 10, so the winds have picked up. Shouldn't really have an effect on the approach, but gonna have to see what happens here. Now, the only real landing that I've done coming into OKC was, you know, with FSI panel. I haven't actually done a practice flight. I'm not sure what to expect coming in. I do know performance is supposed to be good. I've already tested out the performance here. It's an Builds airport. You know, sometimes with Build stuff, you know, performance isn't the greatest, but not the case with Oklahoma City. To be honest, I'm not too sure if it's done by Builds. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure they are the original developers, which is kind of weird. You know, if you can get upwards in the 70s with frames, I don't see why some of their other scenery can't reach that. You know what I mean? See, we're right here, coming up on 20,000 feet. So, looks like we got our calculations correct. That scuff, we got to be 280 knots on the speed. We'll wind that back. I always use the flight path angle. I like to descend at about 3 degrees, and we might actually come in a little bit higher. So we've got to be up 17,000, between 17 and 12,000 feet. Looks like we're barely just going to scrape that. And I'm going to start winding the speed back down at 250 knots. Going to change the descent here, 3.5 degrees. I find that we're coming in a little bit high here. At Camet, we got to be between 10,000 and 15,000, so we should be good. We are looking good. By the way, standard approach. Sorry, we got to plug in our altimeter here. We blew by 18,000 feet. What do we have? 29909. 29909 is set. Day out here in the outskirts of Oklahoma City. And again, from OKC, we're headed up to Chicago with United. From Chicago, we're heading out to Ottawa. A couple different destinations that we have yet to showcase here on the channel. At Camet, we got to be at 250 knots between 10 and 15,000. Looks like we are looking pretty good here. Something weird with this aircraft, anytime it passes a waypoint, it always wants to veer off to the opposite direction. I'm not sure what all that is about, but one of those things where you got to make sure with the aircraft, you know, you have its full attention. Or, I mean, it has your full attention, you know what I mean? Going back and forth looking at the charts here just to make sure the aircraft is doing what it needs to be doing here. We're about what do we got, 29 miles out, 30 miles out from the airport, so we're looking pretty good here. Ladies and gents, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. Greatly appreciate that. Next week we are going to be testing out some of the new Phoenix aircraft. Let's get those landing lights on, logo light coming on. We're definitely going to be flying some of the Phoenix aircraft. It's a must. Absolute must. 240 on the speed here. So, big freeze there. Not sure what that was all about. We're going to go back in heading mode. It looks like it wanted to go direct Raha. It looks like we lost everything there. I'm going to wind the speed back down to 210. So, a bit of a bug there with the aircraft. I'm going to see if I can redo the approach. So we are direct Roja at the moment. I'm going to throw it back in nav mode. I'm going to see what happens. Got that speed coming back down to 210. Massive stutter there, ladies and gents. Not sure what the heck that was, but this aircraft, it'd be unstable at some points. Trying to get that speed down as much as we can. We're going to go down to 3,000 feet. It looks like when the aircraft tried to veer off course there was when we lost, I don't know, performance. We got that massive stutter there. I typically don't get any stutters, so it's kind of odd that I come across them. Got those speed brakes out. We got to get her slowed down. And again, the aircraft is trying to, I don't know what the heck it's doing. Bit of a messy approach here, I must say. Bit of a messy approach. Go ahead and introduce some flaps very soon. Go ahead and bring out some flaps here. 190 on the speed. We're gonna go approach mode. Another notch of flaps. We'll go 170 on the speed. Just to confirm, our VAP is going to be, I think it's 135. Let's have a look here. 136 plus 5. Overshot the localizer there. That's okay. Aircraft will come back in. Flaps 3, speed bug 160, gear coming down, wait for that glide slope to come in. I'd like to be on Loke 1. Notch of flaps, flaps 4, so we're going to go 150 and there's glide slope. Get the rest of our lights on here. And what did I say? 136 plus 1. 136 plus 1. And we'll go flaps 5. 141 on the final approach speed there. Ladies and gents, enjoy the ride. Apologize for the messy approach, but that's what we get when we're flying this aircraft. Gear down 3 green, flaps 5 indicated, speed's looking good. You got that wind. It's really gnarly at the moment. The winds are 190 at 10, so that wind's got to come around. Check. Keep autopilot in for a little bit longer here. my aircraft.
Autopilot. Autopilot.
Get a feel for what's going on here with the winds.
500.
Check. Two whites, two reds, looking good.
300. Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Continue.
100.
More about the poppies.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
First coming out. Beautiful. First green. 70 knots. Ladies and gents, welcome down. KOKC. Back up top there. Nice little landing there. And we're going to vacate off to the left here. On Gulf. We're going to take Gulf. We're going to cross what was that? Runway 39? What, I don't even know. Sorry, not 39. Runway 31. Oh my god, there's no such thing as 39 on heading. We're going to cross runway 31. We're going to taxi to Juliet, to the apron. We're looking for stand 20... Gate 24. That's where we're going. There's no Delta, so we're going to go ahead and just pick GSX choice. Very nice. We're going to take the next exit here onto Juliet. Not too shabby, ladies and gents. Like I said, performance is not bad here. All right, 78 FPS, even looking at the terminal. Like this is our left right here. You guys like this new taxi view here? I like it. We are stand 24, ladies and gents. Don't want to overshoot it. Parking brake coming on. Fantastic, ladies and gents. Let's go ahead and start the deboarding process. We'll kill all of that. We got our APU is on. Electric pump can come off. Let's go ahead. We'll connect GPU. Request deboarding. And just for the sake of all the noise that GSX is going to bother us with, go ahead and open up some of the doors. Seatbelt lights coming off, beacon light coming off. We have GPU available, so that means APU can come off. You can see the jetway doesn't attach properly at this airport. Not sure why. There we have it, ladies and gents. Deboarding is now commenced. Beautiful terminal, by the way. Not a bad looking terminal out here in Oklahoma. It's actually a lot of flights you could do out of here, and considering performance is pretty great, I highly recommend purchasing this airport. But anyways, ladies and gents, that concludes today's flight. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. Next flight probably for tomorrow. We'll have to see what's going on, but it's 2 legs. I'm not sure if I'm going to go live. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a video. So 2 legs. We're going from OKC down to Chicago, over to Ottawa. So 2 legs. That's sort of going to finalize some of the E-Jet's flights for the time being. We're going to hop into, once the Phoenix comes out, we're going to be rolling out some baby bus ops and some A321 ops. Probably with Air Canada, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, ladies and gents, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Catch y'all in the next video. Peace!